Second time recording this. Audio was totally screwed up first time. It better work out right. All right, let's do it. What up, Poindexters? Trick Wallace here. Welcome back to my all Nintendo Switch channel. I hope you're doing well. Today I received a challenge. Apparently there's a new challenge going through the YouTube universe right now called the Spell Your Name Challenge. It's a pretty simple idea. You just take your name and you take the letters of it and you choose a game that would line up with each letter of your name. So with the name Trick, I'm going to do a game for T-R-I-C-K. So pretty simple. This challenge was called out to me from Stewart over on Generation Pixel. He has a really nice channel. He does a lot of variety of gaming topics and games, and part of this challenge also is to send it forward. So I'm going to be sending this challenge forward to the Facebook communities of small YouTubers Boost, and I think it's new and small YouTube gamers. I thought this would be a fun challenge to kind of just send out to them and see if there's any YouTube gamers who might want to try this challenge too. And then for an individual person, I'm going to be sending this to Killer Pickle. If you don't know who Killer Pickle is and you want a much longer detail of who he is, watch my video of my first hate comment. Young kid doing some Minecraft videos on his channel and some dog walking vlogs or something like that. So why don't you make his day and subscribe to his channel? I'm sure he would appreciate it. Both Stewart's channel, his channel, I'll make sure that they are in the description so you can check out their channels. All right, so let's start this challenge. The first letter, of course, is T. There's a lot of games I own on the Switch that start with the letter T, especially if you include the word the, which seems like a cheat. The game I'm going to choose for this challenge is Thumper. Thumper is a sort of rhythm music action game, sort of mixed with, I guess you would call like a psychological horror game. Horror is not quite the right term, but you'd have to try it to see what I mean. Essentially in this game, you are this silver beetle creature or robot. I can't quite tell what he's supposed to be, but you're racing along these courses at like a breakneck speed with a lot of disturbing and off-putting imagery sort of flashing by you. And along with all this imagery, there's also a lot of this sort of disturbing, unsettling, thumping kind of music that goes along with it, hence the name Thumper, because the music is very thumping and it will get your heart moving. The game is gorgeous and the music is beautiful, but also it's super unsettling and makes you feel very uneasy. Not a game I would want to sit and play for hours on end, but for a 30-45 minute session, it is a fantastic game. I fully recommend Thumper. You definitely should check it out. I do know that they also make it for VR. I have not tried that. I would imagine for VR that I don't even know if I could handle it just because of the intensity of the speed and the music. I think it would almost be too disturbing in VR. But on the Switch, I do enjoy it. I definitely think you should check out Thumper. Definitely well worth the price. So for R, I'm gonna go with River City Girls. River City Girls is a sort of sequel to River City Ransom. In this game, you are taking the roles of the girlfriends of the original characters from the original game. Now there's sort of a gender flip where now you're out to rescue your boyfriends rather than the reverse I was with the original game. What is really stand out in this game is the pixel art. I know that sometimes people get burnt out on pixel art, but if you're getting burnt out on pixel art games, it's because I think you're not playing games with pixel art like this, where it is an absolute mastercraft in that artistry. And on top of that, this game just has amazing gameplay. The beat 'em up gameplay has a very crunchy feel. You can really feel the hits. There's all kinds of power-ups and new moves to learn and cool weapons to pick up. The game is constantly shifting and throwing new variety in the way you get to fight in the game. Yeah, so River City Girls is $30. It's a bit pricey, I know, for an indie game, but I think with this one, it's actually super well worth it. I think you will feel like you've gotten your money's worth at that price. So definitely check out River City Girls. So So the game I'm going to choose for I is called Inferno 2. Inferno 2 is a game that is best described as Geometry Wars meets Gauntlet. So just like in Geometry Wars, you're just a sort of an abstract shape, and you're going around these sort of techno-looking abstract levels, fighting off enemies and getting upgrades and guns, and you have to clear out rooms and get keys that basically open up the path into new areas. It very much is going to be right up your alley if you like either of those games. The gameplay is simple, but it is very enjoyable, very refined. I think it's absolutely worth your time. Check out Inferno 2. I think you won't be disappointed. So for the letter C, I'm going to choose a game that you probably have never heard of called Candleman. Candleman is a game where when I saw the trailer for it, I knew I was going to buy it immediately. The game flat out describes exactly what you are in the title. You are a candleman. You are a candle with little feet, and that is exactly what you are. And along with being a candle, you have the ability to light your candle and to light your path to see where you're going. It's a very simplistic but cool gimmick. And you have these levels that are mostly drenched in darkness, and you need to use your candle to occasionally light the way to find your ways to other candles as checkpoints, and then to also make your way to the end of each level. Of course, the downside of being a candle man is that your wax actually does burn. So you have to use your light sparingly. If you constantly are lighting up your candle, you're gonna actually deplete it, and eventually you'll just disappear. You'll melt yourself completely away. A really cool concept built around a fairly strong gimmick. So yeah, it's a weird game, but I think you would like it if you want a simplistic puzzle platformer style game. This game is definitely not high stress. I think anyone who's looking for a casual style platformer that mixes with some light puzzling is gonna really enjoy Candleman. So I absolutely recommend Candleman. Very fun, very obscure, definitely needs more people to check it out. Check out Candleman. Okay, so the last letter, of course, is K, and the game I'm going to choose for K is Katana Zero. Now, I'm not going to get super detailed into Katana Zero because I've actually filmed a full review for it that I need to get around to finishing editing, and that will get into some really deeper thoughts about the game. But I will say, for me personally, Katana Zero is probably in my top 50 or maybe at least top 100 Switch games. It's an absolutely stellar game. Full of amazing pixel art mixed with fast, frenetic, very visceral gameplay. You are essentially this katana-wielding samurai who is sent on these hitman-style missions to hunt down these leaders of this secret organization. There's a lot of mystery involved because of who you are and past experiments that have been done on you. And there's this drug that essentially your character is addicted to that allows him to sort of slow down time. And it also gives you some sort of clairvoyance to sort of see into the future, which is really cool because that's what explains away the mechanic of every time you die. So essentially when you die in this game, you're seeing a future scenario of what could have gone wrong, and the game rewinds and then you're back to trying again. Absolutely check out Katana Zero if you get the chance. Absolutely one of the best Switch games on the platform. By the way, beyond the people I called out to do the challenge, if you like this challenge and you want to make your own video, I think you should do it. And if you don't want to make a whole video, you could just come down to the comments and maybe type in what your idea would be for your name spelled out with games. So until I see you next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you on the flip side, Poindexters. All right, bye-bye.